Hi guys, I hope you have a lovely week. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I threw four cards here, our overall energy, and then 3 cards for the week. And then I'm going to throw 3 additional per sign to see how this all plays out for you. Okay, overall message for everyone is discernment. Okay, I feel this energy coming in. I know that we're going to be this Aries moon, I believe, hits the eclipse point from July. I've got to be honest with you, I don't feel anything negative here. I really don't. I think some people have stronger lessons than others as far as, I think there's going to be, there's a potential I feel for with this, and only because I can kind of see things too. I think some of you, you're going to be dealing with the black magic stuff, and that's on you. You'll have to deal with that. The ramifications, I should say, of that. But those are stronger lessons for different people. We're not judging that kind of stuff, right? I think for some of you also, there's payoff here for things that you have almost maybe given up on, okay? Let's just be honest. The last 2 years have been nothing short of a hell trip, right? I mean, it's been brutal, literally brutal. And normally I'm real rah-rah, and I can find the positive and everything, and I can, and we can, but after a while, it's like, enough already, right? I get it. So that's what I want to say. I think rewards for hard work pay off for some people. Again, watch your surroundings. And I don't think this is like a, I think the energy I feel is, how do I explain this? It's kind of like a calm resolve, right? Like, I can feel the winds picking up. I know there's a breeze behind me, but I'll wait till the hurricane hits my backyard, and then I'll do what I need to do. Because until then, there's really nothing that I can do, right? I can feel the wind, but is it my problem? Is it going to hit my yard? Should I get ruffled about it? I think what happens here is that after a while of having to put out so many fires on so many different things, a lot of things we've just learned, oh, that wasn't really mine, or this wasn't really mine. But meanwhile, it's just been like a repetitive beat the crap out of me 2 years, right? This, I don't feel this energy. And I have to say, guys, I haven't felt such a burst of positive energy, like just light, like a, it's just a nice energy. I'll deal with what comes my way. I'll look at some things that I need to look at. I'm not going to be crazed about it. If I hit traffic, I hit traffic. I'll get there when I get there. It's kind of not lackadaisical. I'm not saying take your eye off the ball here. I'm just saying it's like, it's just that calm. It's a calm energy. It's like I know what I need to deal with. I know what isn't mine. I know what I need to do. And you know what? If it doesn't work right here, it'll show up when it shows up. But for most of you, I feel like there's something in here too about cut yourself some slack and realize that, we are a product of situations sometimes, right? When we know better, we do better. But when we don't, we're growing, we're learning. Some of you may still be beating yourself up over things that, now that I know what I know, I would have done things different. In hindsight, of course we would do things different. But, I think that someone just needs a, let it go. It's done here. You didn't know better at the time, whatever it was to you, and just let it go. I think if this involves another person, and I kind of think it does, the other person has seen this also. So you're the only one who may still be holding on to this, okay? It's done, you've grown, it's gone. Give it its due and be done with it, okay? That's for some of you. And 2, I feel that these scenarios here that are coming up, they're rites of passage. And I think that sometimes, example would be, and this isn't in a derogatory way, but did you ever let a child who's really, really hyper, right? Just really children, the energy they have, but you're like, I'll let them run themselves out, and then they'll clunk out a lot easier for a nap, right? It's like that energy. And I think that that's what the 2 years have been. Like the universe is saying, let them run like wild turkeys, and they'll eventually, poop themselves out and and be done and just calm down and deal with things. That's where I think it is. I like this energy. I have to say I like it a lot. I know what people are saying. I've heard the input from things and I've listened. I don't agree though. I don't agree because I don't feel it, and I'm thrilled because I have not felt this good in like a year. So I'm happy. Okay, we'll take it. No oppression, no repression. It's like, you know what? I'm going to look at the things I need to look at. If I'm noticing that I'm surrounded by a bunch of crazy people, I'm going to look at what role I'm playing in this, right? And by that I mean they're mirroring back something. What is it? Let me just take a look at it. But it's not a judgment call on yourself. It's like, okay, I could kind of see where this goes, right? And it's just stuff like that. And it's much easier to accept things like that than when we're judging ourselves or we're judging someone else. You know, just see people for who they are, see where they are in their lesson scope, see how it equates to you. If things need to be tweaked, tweak them. If people need to be in, out, do the, you know, the musical chairs kind of deal there. Trust your hunches though too, okay? Trust your intuition. If someone is trying to schmooze you over, whatever that word is, at work, and you're not really buying it, like you're like, something's stinky here. Like something is, you know, I kind of see where they're going, but I think this could bite me in the ass here. Know that they may not know what really lies ahead, but you can kind of see how this plays out, and it might not be for your best interest. So just trust things like that, right? Like don't team up with someone that you know maybe just doesn't have enough experience. They've got the gusto, but they've not hit that bump yet, and you maybe have. It's things like that, okay? Again, I keep hearing too, if you can teach someone something, like that scenario I just mentioned, and if they're open to it, just say, you know what, I've done this before, and just, if it's helpful to you, here's my scenario. It's something like that, like kind of teach someone something like that, okay? Because again, we come in with the Magician, overall energy. I think it's phenomenal, okay? Then we've got the Star card. Hope, fulfillment, fame, fortune, your wishes coming true. Peace, calm. This is like, you know what? I'm going to go slow. I'm going to get my bearings. I'm going to rebuild my life. I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to have a good, positive energy flow, right? I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to trust my intuition. I'm going to trust my hunches. I'm not going to be led astray. I know what I'm truly made of, you know. And the Hermit card. I think some of you you really deserve a vacation. You really deserve to relax. You really deserve to maybe slow down the pace in your life. Again, maybe the things that were so important, you're realizing now, you know what? These things are more important to me now. It's revelations like that in a calm resolve where we could just really look at things. And the things that we thought we were rushing for and rushing around to do and that were so important, we now really realize we have different views on things, different takes on things, different perspectives, needs, wants, desires, things like that. For some of you, you've got big payoffs at work. Like you feel like I've been, you know, not taken seriously. I don't get my due reward. You're about to, okay? That's what I feel here. I think that rewards for hard work pay off. I think some of you are in challenging work situations where you're going to see here where the blessing in all of this is. If changes come your way, don't fight them, please. You've got, again, this is a rite of passage. It's kind of like an ending that is meant for you. So don't fight it. It may seem a little bit disheveled, but let it be. Let it play out, okay? For some of you, I think you're in relationships. These would be one-on-one relationships where you may have had a bigger or a different expectation on something. Again, we can really play something up in our head, and then when we're in situations like marriage or relationships, we're like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. I feel a little bit, you know, constricted or, you know, watched with a magnifying glass, or someone is always watching what I'm doing, or they're extremely critical, or this and that. Have that conversation, right? You may need to have a conversation about that, okay? So that's what I've got for the overall energy. Now let's see how it plays out for all the signs, okay? Hi, Capricorn. Okay, I want to pull some clarifiers here for you, okay? You've got the Ace of Swords, clarity, progress, success, money coming, answers coming. It's a great card, okay? And you've got the Page of Wands here. Again, clarity, money, news, something coming your way with vigor here. I think towards the end of the week, you get a little bit of a hiccup. You may need to slow down a little bit, okay? You may need to change your course, change perspective. I think maybe what you find out here, you just need to tweak your plan just a little bit, okay? I don't feel it's negative at all, okay? I want to clarify, though, because I'm not going to send you out with the Hangman. That may just mean that you see things differently. You see things with a more clearer perspective, and it now tells you where you need to go, what you need to do, how you need to get there, okay? These are basically the equivalent of having two aces in here. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, you can move mountains with these two cards, okay? And the Hangman means maybe you just need to sacrifice something, do something a little bit different. Don't be afraid to look at something different here, okay? Don't give up whatever it is that you're doing here, because you've got the Star card and the Magician card. There's no way this could go awry here, okay? Unless you sell yourself out. And by that I mean give up on yourself. I think you get clarity, but I think there's still some questions. So I think that this, I'm getting it now. This is a good card to sit, okay? Remember, we go out with the Hermit. Let me think about this. You know your true north. You're not going to fail with this Star card here. And the Magician. You'll figure this out. Okay. Two of Swords. I think that, like I say, this is it's the Gambler card is clarifying this. You're weighing something out. Hit the pause button for sure, okay? And like I say, you may need to compromise on something. You may need to see something different. You may need to gain something here. Okay. You've got the Nine of Coins here. If you're wondering if you should take in a partner here, you've got someone who's really not pleased with what you're doing. If you believe in your plan here, believe in your plan, okay? Because you've got, remember, the High Priestess, trust yourself here. Now you've got the Seven of Diamonds here, which is the Seven of Coins with this. All right, I want to say something to you here, okay? You've got cards in here that speak of it really being extremely hard to balance relationships and career at the same time here. When these cards come up, and I'm doing if I'm doing a career counseling for someone, it's always advised to take the career part over the relationship part. I'm sorry, but that's normally how these cards play out. And as I'm telling you these things, I see how they are in playing cards too. And if I were to coach someone on or do a reading on career, it would be choose the, and I know I'm going to get slammed, choose your career option right now over that. Okay, and that may be where Sagittarius is having this juggling act. Okay, so maybe watch that, Scorpio, and back to Libra, because that's, I think, where this starts from. Okay, so there you go.